Katie Britt, the Republican senator from Alabama who made the horrible career choice to deliver the response to President Biden's State of the Union address, is still getting dragged for her absolutely horrific performance. And I'm loving every second of it, by the way. But MSNBC this week decided to take a different approach, okay? MSNBC decided, you know what? We're not just going to sit here and make fun of her. We've already called her out for knowingly lying and even having to admit that she lied and then try to say that she wasn't actually lying. She just kind of omitted most of the truth. But MSNBC, as I said, they took a different approach. MSNBC decided, you know what? Let's track down some of the people who know her. More importantly, some of the people who've known her since childhood. And they found one of these people because she actually happens to be a Republican strategist in Alabama. So here is what this Republican strategist, Rena Shaw, had to say about Katie Britt and her evolution as a politician. And it explains to us why Katie Britt became so horrible. Not necessarily why she gave a horrible performance, but why she as a politician and quite frankly a person is so horrible today. Again, Rena Shaw, Republican strategist, grew up with Britt in Alabama. Here's what she said. Senator Britt has definitely lost her rising star status here, which is sad for her. My husband and many people knew her growing up in Alabama and said, this is somebody who kind of did everything right. Clearly, what she's done here is prostrate at the altar of Donald Trump, and it will keep her out of rooms in which she really could have opened the door to herself. The thing that stuck out the most was she didn't use any data points talking about her speech. Of course, storytelling is the core of what all of us political communicators have told our clients to do over the years. In speech writing, it was central to me. I think now what she needed to do in that response and what she fell flat on doing was to speak about how Trump can make everybody's lives better than that of Biden. What she followed with was absolutely, it felt like nonsense at moments, and I don't think it appealed to anyone because it was confusing at times. And also at the end of the day, who is it intended to drive out? It was intended to get to the heart of the base, but that's just not the name of the game here. So there's a lot of things to dissect from that. Let's talk about the actual substance that this Republican strategist and childhood friend of Katie Britt is talking about. She didn't refute what Biden said with data. She didn't explain how Trump was a better choice for Biden and how Trump would make your life better than it has been under President Biden. If you cannot do those two very basic things, if you cannot refute the points of the other side or point out why your side is better, you have automatically failed on the merits. Already, right out of the gate, you failed. And that is what this strategist, Republican strategist, is saying Katie Britt did, and there's no argument on that. So the question is, where did Katie Britt go wrong? Well, in that first paragraph, she explained it clearly. This was a rising star in the Republican Party. This was a smart individual who knew what she was doing. She had goals. She had ambitions. And then, like so many other politicians before her, she thought, I'm going to latch myself on to Donald J. Trump. And when she did that, all those doors, as Shaw points out here, all those doors that could have been opened for her slammed shut in her face. Because even with Donald Trump taking over the Republican Party, as he has done now with his hand-picked cronies leading the RNC, he's got total control over the Republican Party. To a degree. There are still plenty of right-wing organizations out there. There's still plenty of pockets of right-wing politicians that wield more power than Donald Trump does. Those are the ones that will be around 10 years from now. Donald Trump will not be. Donald Trump's MAGA movement will not be. Katie Britt could be. But she won't be allowed in those rooms. Those doors won't be open for her. She'll be just another lowly, multiple-term senator from Alabama that nobody pays attention to, that everybody remembers for giving that horrible speech, and she could have avoided it altogether if she had just not hitched her wagon to Donald Trump.